Okay, so now that Eva's gone, we can go out and find a couple things. Also, because we got to the end of the Sorrows River, we got Spirit Camo.
Ooh.
Spirit Camo is special because with it your footsteps become completely silent to everybody else. Also, you can drain stamina really fast by choking dudes in CQC.
That seems like way too good.
It's really good. There's probably a reason why you don't get it until like the very end of the game.
Yeah, but in New Game Plus, don't you like carry stuff over?
Yes, but by then, like you've already beaten the game, so
Well, yeah.
whatever. Right now, I'm just setting up what weapons I want for the next bit, and also rearranging my backpack.
It's serious
Now,
business.
well, maybe. At the very least, we're gonna show off a weapon that I've had for a really long time, but never actually used.
Oh boy. I'm trying to think of which one it might be, but it's not coming to me.
You're not gonna see him here in this menu.
Ah.
Okay. So before we move on, let's go check out what's back over here.
Yeah, in the beautiful Tikagorni section, province. Why do all these
Area?
subsections, sub areas?
Beats me.
Hey, Tsuchinoko.
There you are. We could have gotten him earlier with the sig spray, but I completely forgot that he was here. I thought it was in the next area.
So what you're saying is you got lucky.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Oh.
Just to make sure, like, because I didn't see him at all, like, when I ran through the other area a couple times.
Right.
And I got really worried. Anyway, I was trying to look around to see if Steve was around, but I didn't see him at all, so...
Rest in peace, Steve.
Yeah. Anyway, when I said there was something down at the bottom of the lake, I was half right, because it shows up after the cutscene with Eva. So, let's take a look at Kabuki Camo.
So Kabuki goes a little crazier on the red.
A little bit, yeah. And with Kabuki Camo, there are, well, not just with Kabuki, but like...
Snake, what's that face paint you're wearing?
Kabuki.
Kabuki?
Right. It's used in traditional Japanese theater. Apparently, it gives whoever's wearing it some kind of mystical power.
Get out of here.
That's what I heard.
From who?
Paramedic.
Hey, well, whatever it doesn't make for very good camouflage.
Really?
Yeah. You should switch to another kind of paint.
I was just starting to like it.
Snake, your face paint is...
I know. It's called zombie.
Zombie? What does that mean?
Beats me.
Are you serious?
Hello, paramedic.
You mean you've never heard of zombies?
Nope.
Never.
You guys don't know anything. A zombie is a dead body that's been cursed and brought back to life by a master of black magic. Supposedly, they revive the dead and use them as slaves. It's also seen as a kind of punishment. People who commit terrible crimes can be forced to labor even after they're dead.
Interesting. How do you know all this stuff?
I saw it in movies. Like White Zombie. Never seen it?
Nope.
Can't say I have.
How about Plan 9 from Outer Space?
No.
Missed it.
You can't just focus on the things you like all the time. You have to expand your horizons, try new things. You guys need to get out more.
Yeah, well, anyway, that face paint doesn't look all that useful. Go ahead and wear it if you want, but I think you should change to...
You don't need to change anything.
Why not?
It makes him look awesome. Doesn't it?
Look, arguing about it isn't going to get us anywhere. Snake, you do whatever you want.
It does make you look cool.
Night of the Living Dead?
No. The day of the dead that they celebrate. I always, for whatever stupid reason, because I'm uncultured, I always think it's Cinco de Mayo. but that's a completely different thing.
Is it? Wait, I thought that was the thing.
No, Cinco de Mayo is the celebration of the victory over French forces.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, back behind the waterfall, there's a couple goodies laying around, like suppressors. There's some medicine, but, like, I'm basically full up on medicine, so I don't think I'm gonna need any of it. There's another suppressor.
You know, I'm a little surprised that paramedic didn't mention what's the acronym? Muzz. The incredible strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up zombies. Although I think that might be like a year or two too late.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
Anyway, I'm just picking up some other supplies I'm gonna want, like those tree frogs and some Russian glow claps.
And no rats.
No, don't worry, we're gonna have the rat.
It's like you knew exactly what I wanted. I am so happy.
Anyway, we never really got a close-up of it, so here's a tree frog.
And you just ate it. Wow.
I was hungry, okay? Don't mind my stamina bar. I was hungry.
I heard a stomach rumble, I swear.
Okay, now we're ready. Also, we're gonna go with zombie and spirit camo because we're dead.
I mean, you could probably just like push it too.
Yeah, probably.
Just take the car brake off, the emergency brake off.
So, what were you saying about guards around here?
They just like all magically appear.
Anyway, here's the thing I'm using now. Smoke grenades. They're pretty instant in this game, and they're good for covering your tail.
Yeah, they're much better than, or at least they feel much better than later implementations.
Yeah.
Because the other smoke grenades just take forever.
They do.
Where did that come from?
Anyway, we're set for getting past those guys with smoke grenades. And there's this one guy over here that we're gonna demonstrate a thing with.
That's gotta suck. Like, oh, what's that? Smoke grenade hits you in the face and then explodes.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's because he's hungry or because I've got spirit camo on, but this guy just knocked out instantly.
It's probably a mix.
Maybe.
Does Sigint have like any conversation for the smoke grenade?
Probably.
Because I really hope he doesn't mention that it's white phosphorus. Because if it is, you have quite a few horrible burn victims now.
No, white phosphorus grenades are something else entirely.
Oh, okay, it's just because smoke grenades back in the day were basically filled with white phosphorus.
Right. Anyway, we want to get back into the main building, so the fastest way is to truck warp.
As you do.
Don't mind the zombie in here.
I mean, he doesn't have to. It's a casket. Duh.
Oh god.
the cardboard box casket.
I can imagine. I can imagine Volgin just like cheaping out on caskets and using cardboard boxes instead.
I mean, he seems pretty uncaring. I will give you that.
Yeah. Anyway, now that we're back in here, Scientist Camo will work just fine for what we need it for.
Aw,
Also,
you're
I
not
don't-
zombie scientist.
But well, that would give us away.
Yeah, but you need brains.
For some reason, Snake still wears the glasses with the Scientist Camo, even though he has an eye patch now. Also, Rykov has become a sneaking uniform.
He just magically transformed into a sneaking outfit.
Poor Rykov.
I mean, do we ever see him again?
He does show up in Portable Ops.
Oh, okay. So for all intents and purposes, for people playing this game, Rykov is now dead, and it's been consumed by a uniform.
We made it.
I don't think I'd even want to wear a suit, like, just inhabited by Rykov.
Snake, I see you've managed to sneak into the hangar.
Yeah, the Shagahard's in here.
The completed Phase 2 Shagahod represents a grave threat to the West. We can't allow it to be mass-produced. You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagahard. Do you think that's safe?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's safe, but Khrushchev is a shrewd leader. I can't imagine he'd use it for anything other than deterrence. Volgin, however, is a different story. He's planning to use the Shagahod to turn the Cold War into a blazing hot one. We can't let him have it.
Agreed.
That leaves just one more mission for you to carry out.
The boss.
Exactly. For now, just focus on destroying the Shagahod.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Sigint fill you in on how to destroy it.
Yo, like Eva was saying, if you're looking to blow the whole place sky high, the best way is to take out those liquid fuel tanks with the C3. You know there's 4 tanks in there, right? You have to put C3 on all 4 of them. To plan a C3 charge, all you gotta do is equip the C3 and press the weapon button while standing in front of a tank.
Just like TNT.
But make sure you don't plant it in the wrong place. You barely got enough C3 as it is, right?
Good point. I'll make sure not to plant it anywhere else.
Good, man. And be careful. Liquid fuel has a nasty habit of going off at the slightest shock. So don't go using any heavy firepower near the tanks unless you're aiming to get yourself barbecued.
I'll keep that in mind.
The C3 charges all have to go off at once if you want to bring down the hangar in one fell swoop. So if I were you, I'd wait until after you plant the last charge to start the timer mechanism.
All right. I'll make sure I finish planting all 4 charges before I start the timer.
Once the timer's set, you've got 20 minutes until it explodes, right? So make sure you get your ass out of that place by then. I think that's about all I've got. The rest is up to you. Good luck, pal.
We're counting on you, Snake.
This looking at the the codec call with Snake in his scientist uniform makes me think that Snake actually has Google Glass instead of his little earbud speaker.
Oh, Snake, you dork.
Hey, this is battle camo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. It looks more like a battle uniform than a sneaking suit. But
Well,
it's like a black. It's like a black version of the boss's sneaking suit, I guess.
Right.
Anyway, here's what we're gonna use here: the maintenance uniform. Now we can blend in just like we did with scientists.
We're playing the Big Lebowski. Get it? God.
Okay, so we have exactly 4 C3 charges, and there are exactly 4 tanks, so we can't screw this up. Also, the game will not let us plant the C4 or C3 anywhere but the fuel tanks.
See this? I think the game is trying to confuse you. You get 4 C3. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna misspeak that.
Same rules apply as scientist camo. We can't let maintenance men see our face because they know we'd be fake. Guards are okay though.
You know,
Yes.
I think I'd remember if any of us lost an eye recently.
Yeah. Also, you can't let anybody see you planting C3. If they see you, it's game over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Snake,
Eva,
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge. If we get rid of the bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us. That should at least buy us some time. I've also set up the escape route. How are things going on your end?
I just finished planting the second charge.
It's like
Give
I
me a little
would
more
be
time.
finishing this if someone would stop calling. She really is needy.
A little bit.
She's gonna call you after the third one, like, oh, come on, hurry up.
Okay, so that I'm a little too far for this one, so like that's just demonstrating that you really need to be like really close to the thing to set it off.
Yeah, you pretty much have to be like right against it.
Pretty much. If you're like if you have your back right up against the fuel tanks, you'll actually like place it directly on it. Also, thankfully, no one can find your the C3 charges once you've planted them.
Yeah, even though they're beeping and glowing.
Yeah, like that should set off some bells. Anyway, before we set the last one off, we're gonna change clothes because cutscene.
Ah.
But before the cutscene, let's show off another way of getting into the hangar. Also, demonstrating how good spirit camo is.
I'm just expecting you to just like shoot everybody.
No, don't worry. The thing is, no one can hear my footsteps. Like they just saw what maybe looked like a person.
From 20 feet away.
Yep. Also, there's a sleeping dog over on the grates to the right of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
If you're wearing spirit camo and run on top of that, like dog won't wake up because he can't hear you.
Right.
Anyway, we picked up cardboard box B, which actually does take us somewhere if we put it on in the truck.
I'm so excited. I kind of wish to make they made the box look better for the HD.
Yeah,
because
like
it
really.
Noticeable difference.
Yeah, this is like really like blurry and.
It looks like it's from PS1 stuff.
It does.
Like they took it from MGS1. They're like, no one's ever gonna really look at this.
Yeah. Anyway, box B takes you right into here. If you're really good at like getting through and planning C3, you can just do this for speedrun stuff, but I don't because I really need or want the maintenance uniform.
Got you this time. Major, I finished planting the C3. I'm on my way out now.
Hurry, Snake. Is Eva taking care of the escape route?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
she can handle it.
All right then, well hurry up and get out of there.
Snake! Why'd you come back?
This woman was found snooping around my underground vault. When she was captured, look what we found on her. The Philosopher's Legacy. This microfilm contains all the information regarding the Legacy. You might say that this film itself is the Philosopher's Legacy.
It was the smell that gave her away. No, not the perfume. It was gasoline. Motorcycle gasoline. She reeked of it.
To think that lovely Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her too. Such a fine woman she was. It almost pains me to have to kill her. Yes, she was an obedient one. She was my precious little pet. Ah! Isn't that right?
Bastard.
What was that? Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you. I should have known. Sokolov wasn't man enough to have a lover like that. Just like the KGB to send something so beautiful, yet so deadly.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Very well. I'll explain it before I kill you. During the last Great War, the most powerful men in America, China, and the Soviet Union had a secret pact. The pact was a blueprint for defeating the Axis powers and creating a new world order. To secure victory in the war, the three countries pooled their resources to conduct the most covert types of operations and research. The atomic bomb, rocket technology, the Cobra unit. And they amassed an enormous sum of money to fund these projects, enough to fight the war 5 times over. That wealth is the Philosopher's Legacy. After the war was won, the three countries were to divide the Philosopher's Legacy amongst themselves. This explains why the United States and the Soviet Union were able to steal away the best scientific minds in Germany as soon as the war ended. But our great motherland has far surpassed its pathetic rivals. We possess enormous wealth, the most advanced technology, and overwhelming power, assets fitting of our great country. My father was one of the men in charge of managing the Philosopher's Legacy. In the confusion that ensued after the war ended, he devised a series of ingenious plots to ensure that the Soviet Union would have total control over the Legacy. The money was divided up and laundered through banks all over the world. Switzerland, Australia, and Hong Kong. This microfilm contains a record of all those transactions. After my father's death, I learned of this secret and obtained the microfilm. With this money and the support of Brezhnev and his allies, I built this fortress of Groznygrad and Granin's research facility. But that worthless fool Granin failed to produce results. I was forced to turn to Khrushchev's dog Sokolov and his invention, the Shagohod. My position in GRU made it too troublesome to attack Sokolov's facility directly. But the spy network established by the secret pact still existed. I used it to contact the boss and suggested that she defect. The boss was conniving enough to see things my way. The world was once one, but the conflict between the philosophers has torn it in two. We will use the legacy to heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world. That trump card was to be the Shagohod and the Cobra unit. I have lost the Cobras, but I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. Boss, take this someplace safe. Take good care of it.
He wouldn't have come waltzing back in here unless he had a reason. The C3's been stolen. He must be planning some sort of sabotage. I'll go see if there are any surprises waiting for us. I'll dispose of her as well. Leave everything to me. Fight like a warrior, Volgin.
But of course.
Let me face him. I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even. No more judo, and no more field strips.
Enough of this. He's mine. You will stand right there and watch. Got it?
Please, Colonel, let me—
Silence! Huh? Sorry for the delay. Let's get started, shall we? This is a once-in-a-lifetime battle. Let's make it a good one.
It's just you and me now. And I'm gonna enjoy